What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Empowered Network. Listen, guys, our mission here is to empower our world of leaders to be the change that they want to see, and our vision is to spark worldwide urgency to pursue purpose. Listen, tag a neighbor, tag a friend. Matter of fact, tag 5 people and let them know that, hey, we're pursuing purpose over here. Hey, we're pushing to be the change that we want to see. Again, welcome to the Empowered Network. My name is Mike Wallace, founder, creator, visionary. I know I don't do this often, but I think it's important that you guys know that who I am. Who is this face you see on the time? My name is Mike Wallace. Listen, guys, a few quick announcements. Announcement number 1, listen, our next Empower is fastly approaching, and I need you to make sure that you are there. Clear your schedule, clear your calendars, make sure you are there. Share this video with someone and let it make it known that, yo, we have to be here at this next Empower. Revival is breaking out nationwide, and I believe that God wants to make a stop here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes, that's right. I believe that God wants to make a pit stop here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and help that revival continue. Okay, let me stop. I'm getting excited. But make sure you're there. Clear your calendar, clear your schedule. I can't even talk. Announcement number 2. Listen, guys, at the Empower Network, we are launching another social media segment, and it's called the Hear My Heart segment. That's right, Hear My Heart segment will be launching in August. I'll be giving more information soon, but if you are interested in being a part of the Hear My Heart segment, if that sticks out to you, if you feel compelled in this moment, by all means, do not hesitate to reach out to me, because again, we would love to work with you at home. Yes, our family at home, the Empowered Network all across the world. We would love to work with you, yes, to help you continue to strive to be the change that you want to see. Whew. Last but not least, last announcement. Listen, guys, the Empowered Hour, Zoom sessions are relaunching officially in the month of August. Listen, everybody watching this video, everyone who will see this video, I want you to share this link with everybody. August 3rd, 2022 is when we're going to be starting it back up, and I am so excited. I'm so excited. Yes, I'm so excited. So like I say, I'm excited for what God's going to do within those Zoom sessions. If you were a part of them last year, you know that. Listen, we'll break out at any point in time. But again, we say welcome to the Empowered Network. So today's gonna be a little different than our normal lessons. I know normally we go into key text and etc. But because of our Empowered Hour sessions relaunching, I want to kind of give you a taste and a foretaste and a little bit of insight of our style in which we're gonna be approaching those Empowered Hours. Now, granted, I won't be talking for an hour today, nor on the Zoom sessions. It's called the Empowered Hour because within that hour, everyone is involved. Yes, if you log on, you're gonna be involved. Even if you just say your name, hi, my name is, and I am from, you will be involved, yes, as you strive to be the change. But today's title of the lesson is called Sifting Forced My Shifting. Sifting Forced My Shifting. And before I go any further, before I forget, freedom, the meaning of life. Get your copy. That's all I can say at this point. I'm telling you, if you're in need of encouragement, if you're in need of wisdom, insight, impartation, listen, get your copy. I still have the deal going on. If we sell 5, I buy 5, and I will do a giveaway to help out Dream Publications and my brother Emmanuel D. Wallace. I truly believe in their mission and what they're trying to accomplish. Back to the lesson. Sifting forced my shifting. Sifting forced my shifting. Listen, to sift, yes, to sift meaning to examine something thoroughly so as to isolate that is more important or useful. Shifting meaning changing, especially unpredictably. My brother, my sister, I think today that it is important that we talk about this because as we continue forward in our journey, we must understand that the further you go, both sifting and shifting is unavoidable. This process is something that you cannot ignore. And truth be told, no matter how much you try to fight God on your transition, no matter how much you try to avoid it and ignore it, it will still be there. Have you ever thought to yourself, why the minute you put it out there that you are ready, the minute that you put it out there that 1, you're all in for Christ, and 2, you're making it known, yes, you're making it known, and you're making it a vow within yourself. You're doing things to put yourself in a better place, position. You're doing things to cause change within your life. Have you ever realized that transition and things and sifting and shifting begins to happen quickly? Have you ever thought that, man, the minute I said, God, I'm all in, test, trial, tribulation, persecution, friends, everybody switching up on you, happen immediately, quickly. Have you ever questioned, why is it that everything around me begins to feel different? Have you ever wondered why the perspective of your surroundings, yes, have been heightened? Your perspective never changed, but you have your perspective has been heightened. Your awareness has been heightened like never before. Yes, the awareness of who you are. Yes, the awareness of those around you. Why is this happening more quickly, Lord? Why am I more vulnerable now that I said yes? Why did this happen so quickly? So quick, it happened. And truth be told, the easy answer, if I'm in church, they'll say, Satan's on your trail. You better run. That's the easy answer, yes. But the reality of it is, it holds true, yes, Satan is on your trail, but the reality of it is that what's happening to you is not happening quickly, yes, by any means. See, the choice, the choice that you made in that season, yes, the choice that you made in this season of refinement in your life. Can somebody say refinement? Yes. The choices that you made leading up to this refinement season, yes, all that time you spent waiting, what was behind the door was waiting for you as well. All that time you spent waiting to make that move out of fear, everything that you feared would happen, every win, every loss was waiting behind that door as well. Yes, I'm here to let you know today, and I hate to bust that bubble, but it did not happen quickly. It was waiting for you. Yes, it was waiting for you. The things that come with the next has been waiting for you. It's almost like a roller coaster ride. Next. It was waiting for you. And the moment you say yes again, next comes with it. And the first thing God told me to tell you today, He said, do not be surprised of the weight that follows your yes. Do not be surprised at the weight that follows your yes. Yes. What do you mean by sifting, transition, uncomfort? What do all these words mean when they come to your mind? Yes, and the truth be told, there are two different approaches that come to mind when I hear the word sifting in this moment. Yes, two approaches. Yes, approach number one tells you that I am in search of value. Sifting tells me I am in search of value. Those who are taking notes, sifting tells me I am in search of value. Now, imagine miners in this moment. Yes, miners, those who are searching for gold and rubies, those who have to climb the mountains and do all this continual digging, yes, who goes through the process of finding these things of value. Yes, the beforehand, going out and scouting out the land, doing what is necessary to ensure that before I go put this work in, yes, I'm going to find a reward. Before I go sacrifice, leave my friends and family, yes, before I go and do all this hard work, this manual labor, all before I go and put myself out there and put my reputation on the line, I need to scout out the land and make sure that this is the right space and place for me. That before this all even takes place, there's a period of scouting and there's a period of looking and observing to ensure that this is something I truly want to invest myself, my time, my energy, my effort into. Yes, now we enter the during. Yes, the during process. Yes, there's a constant digging, there's a constant pulling, there's a constant searching, there's a constant even starting over. Yes, and during this time, there is a point in which everything about you is heightened. Yes, your emotions are on 10 at all times. Yes, your mind is constantly running. Yes, there's a pull on you because you know for a fact that the other people on the outside don't understand what's at stake. And because they don't understand what's at stake, you now feel as if they are against you. You now feel as if that you're a target of their jokes. You now feel as if I'm not gonna go there, but there's a pull, there's pressure on you during the process, because you're like, I have to. I've sacrificed too much to come up empty-handed. I have to be successful. I have to win. I have to make it known. I have to prove myself right. I know I'm in search of this value. I'm in search of the rubies. I'm in search of this gold. Yes. And during this process, as I stated before, trials and tribulations are going to come. Yes, you're going to have failures. You might have moments in which you find absolutely nothing, but during that process, you don't stop, because you understand what's at hand. Yes, and in the end is when the sifting finally takes place. Yes, you finally come across what seems to be as such as gold. The sifting finally comes to action. Yes, now with mining, I learned that the word for sifting means panning. Yes, in the moment you're panning, you're rubbing off all the mud and all the dirt, all the things that tried to stick onto you that did not belong in that moment. You're trying to rub it off and get it off of you, because you understand that, hey, in this pan, there might be something of value. No, I'm not going to say there might be. We're winners today. There is something of value. And when I turn this in and when I present this to my King, yes, I want him to know and to see this value in the word. I want my God to see that I value, hallelujah, Jesus. I'm not supposed to get caught up during this lesson, but during this process, yes, all the unwanted rocks, all the unwanted mud and gunk on those rocks, yes, that took place during the process, yes, all took place during, yes, and because of your hard work and your prayer and your faithfulness, it all begins to pay off. Now, how does this relate to us? How does this relate to us? As I said before, you're scouting out to see what it is that God has called you to do. You're trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to transition from to in your life. You're trying to figure out what it is that you are trying to move to the next level, etc., etc., etc. You're trying to scout it out. And once you know that you know, you begin to walk, you begin to step, you begin to dig, you begin to pull, you begin to find the things within you that you need to work on. You begin to find the connections in the hope that they will help you see the value in what it is that you're doing, to see the value within yourself. And in the end, you're like, God, I hope, I pray that the people see this value. I hope, I pray that the value I now have is accepted. Ooh, the Lord told me something in study today. He said, we oftentimes find ourselves hurt because we try so hard to fit everyone else's currency, when God said the only currency that matters is the currency I have for you. Yes, explain. We find ourselves trying to find ourselves to be valuable to other people, and God said, you've already been valuable unto me. I'm going to say that one more time. We oftentimes find ourselves trying harder to be valuable to the people more so than valuable to the kingdom of God. We find ourselves appeasing and compromising for the people instead of sticking to what God gave you, the value in which he has given you for his glory. Yes. I'm getting caught up. I'm not supposed to get caught up in this lesson, but this is how our empowered hours go. Yes, approach number two tells me that I won't be dry. Turn to your neighbor and tag somebody and say, hey, I won't be dry, also known as I won't burn out. Now, you see, I like to eat, and we're just gonna make it. No, we're gonna call it like it is. I like to eat, and as I was studying, I began to think about flour. Yes, flour. Flour is one of the main components in almost anything that you are baking. Flour. And I learned that with flour that there are no chunks that can be within it. Yes, there are no clumps in the project. Why do you say that? Well, research told me that with the clumps that come with it, yes, causes the finished product to be dried out. No moisture whatsoever. I'm going to say it again. The clumps that are left behind in the flour, the results in dried out, no moisture whatsoever. Yes. And imagine the main factor, yes, you having all these things, yes, that are compelling, and you now have to make the choice and choose, am I going to sift it, or am I just going to allow it to stick with me through this baking process? Yes. And because of this, truth be told, yes, when the time comes for the refining to happen, when the time comes for it to all come together, if you choose not to sift, you will be beautiful on the outside, but dry as all outdoors on the inside. You'll be beautiful and you look anointed on the outside, but on the inside, you'll be burnt out as all outdoors. Yes, and because truth be told, when the heat comes and when the heat hits, yes, the little things, yes, will mess up all the key components, all the ingredients that you put in to ensure that you were different, yeah, or you were set apart, to ensure that you were great in your own way. Yes, but I want to ask you today, and I challenge you, that will the dry out, yes, will the burnout that was meant to be full and nice, yes, will you allow the little things to burn you out and dry you out, to take what's, I can't. I'm getting excited. But with both approaches, I'm learning that even with all of these approaches, that the key component is that you are shifting. Whether you realize it or not, through every test, through every trial, you're shifting, you're changing. Unpredictably, you don't know what's happening, going to happen next. You're transitioning through each test, through each trial, through each tribulation. Every time when you come to realization that, yo, I need to go back to step number 1, and I need to go back to scouting, you're shifting, you're transitioning. And with this shifting, it is important for us to understand and to recognize that, one, why, what am I shifting from? Where am I coming to? What am I called to do next? What's next? Whether it's through your actions, whether it's through your words, you have to understand that everything is changing. It's going to change as soon as and the enemy does not like it when you're aware of where you're going. The enemy does not like it when you're aware and you're not distracted and you're focused. The enemy hates that. I can speak from personal experience. The minute you realize that what you have in your hands, the minute you realize what is at stake, the minute you really know that you know where you're going next, the enemy will do anything in his power to ensure that you're distracted. Whether it's low insecurity, yourself insecure. I mean, I don't know the word right now, but if you're insecure, you have moments in which you're too busy to focus on the vision and the plan, and moments in which you're sacrificing the wrong type of time. Yes, there's such thing as sacrificing the wrong type of time. Yes, there's moments in which you have step. Those are all distractions. I'm not even going to get into all the other stuff, but those are some distractions that come. Yes, you begin to second guess what it is that you're doing, begin to undermine and decline your own worth. But God is saying, yes, you're powerful when you know. You're powerful when you know. Just as you're powerful when you say you have nothing to live for, you're powerful when you know what you are here to live. I can't get my words out. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to take my time with this one. Yes, you are just as powerful when you say you don't have nothing to live for as you are when you know what you're placed on this earth to do, that you know why you're here on this earth. You're just as powerful, if not even more. You're dangerous, and the enemy hates that you're dangerous in that way, yes. Whether it's noticeable, whether it's not, the shifting that's taking place in your life, the change is going to be noticeable. And now when it's all said and done, the process, I must make it known that you will be tested. Reminding Luke when it talks about Simon and it tells about how he'll be sifted, and it goes on to say that, hey, Jesus tells him that, hey, you're going to deny me 3 times before the cock crows. And he's like, huh? Not me? No. But anywho, due to these situations with Simon, he's sifted and shifted and transitioned into Peter. Okay, I'm not here to preach today. But the reality of this lesson is, I want you to understand, as I stated before, that it is not your job to fit into the currency of your surroundings. It is not your job to fit into the currency of your surroundings. I'm going to say it one more time. I need you to hear me. It's not your job to fit into the currency of your surroundings. It is not your job. You are not required to put the growth that God has given you in the hands of anyone. You are not required to run your growth past anyone. Your growth is in the hands of God and not man. I need you to understand, your worth and your value is not defined by the people. Yes, they may have a say on who may watch, who may like, who may follow. Yes, they may, but at the end of the day, the Bible tells us that there is a people that is waiting on you. There is a harvest. The laborers are few, but the harvest is plenty. So I'm here to encourage you and to challenge you today to make it known that through your sifting and through your shifting, through the test and through the trial, that you must continue forward. You must continue forward. And the reality of it is, the true test of sifting and shifting is how you choose to perceive. Yes, how you choose to perceive the things from before, the during, and the after. The true test of sifting and shifting is how you perceive and react to the before, the during, and the after. And the sad part about it is that no matter what you do, the things from before, the things before you said yes, those habits, those slumps, those moments in which you begin to really doubt yourself, they're going to try to come back. I call it like the cyclical habits, the cyclical, the wall. It's going to try to come back. It's going to try to plant itself in such a space and place. As soon as you get momentum, boom, get back into it. It's going to try to find its way back in your life. And our job is the one, now that we recognize it, and now that we recognize where we're going and who we're called to be, we cannot put ourselves in the predicament in which we are now. I'm not even going to say mistakenly running into it. Because now you're making the choice to go back to that place of comfort. That pain is comfortable. I get it. The having that wall, the protective wall up is comfortable. I get it. The having to prove everybody wrong. I get it. But in this season of your life, in this time of your life, you have to make a choice. Am I going to embrace the shifting? Am I going to embrace the transition? Am I going to sift what doesn't belong and move on? Or am I just going to allow the clumps to allow what's supposed to be beautiful be dried out and burnt out on the inside, as we continue to strive to be the change that we want to see?